Alright guys, welcome. This is a video on an interesting topic. Okay. Alright, I want to say something. I'm not racist, but okay. This is a video on preparation phrases and words. Okay? So that was an example of one. If you're offended by racism easily, there's a good chance that I might have affected you in a way. Temporarily, I don't know if you noticed how you felt. But yeah, just by saying I'm not racist, but leads the listener to a place where their perception is, they're wearing goggles of, okay, he's about to say something racist, and then find it. So, if I had said, I'm not racist, but this coffee is really strong, the listener would be like, what? Okay, how is this racist? How is this racist, you know? Or I could even say, what I'm saying isn't racist, but this is really strong coffee. The person would be like, okay, no, that's not racist. Like, I was thinking you were going to say something racist. You know, interesting. Or I could be like, you know, no offense, but this shirt you're wearing is really neat. You know, the person's going to be like, what? As opposed to I'd be like, you're wearing a really neat shirt. You know, the person would be like, okay, what's wrong with my shirt? You know, they have a frame of mind, or they have a lens on of, okay, what could I take offense to this? Like, what is there, you know, is he calling me gay? Why is he telling me my shirt's really neat, you know? So, it's interesting how we say these things where we literally probably have an intention, which is, I don't want this person to be offended, I'm going to be honest with them. While saying no offense, it actually prepares the listener to take offense. Okay? I'm not racist. Blah, blah, blah. Okay? I'm preparing the listeners to see something in a frame of mind of a racist term, or a racist sentence, or something, whatever. No offense. Don't be mad. Okay? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, don't panic. Okay? I have something to tell you. Don't panic. What do you think they're doing? They're oh shit, something wrong? Oh my god, you know. So yeah, here's an example that my buddy had told me a couple years ago. This is when I used to study this daily on a daily basis. I became NLP certified. I'm not sure if you know what that is, but if you do, it is if you don't, I mean, it is the study of sounds. It's basically the study of human perception and what we create associations to it. So they use it in sales and a lot of things. It can help you become a more effective communicator. Some people use it for manipulation. That's even a weird term to if you really can manipulate someone, because the person's being manipulative or being manipulated is already in a certain frame of mind where they're not thinking for themselves, I believe. But we don't need to get into that. What you're interested in is having a more clear and understanding and open communication with another person. And just like anyone, we make mistakes and we somehow get in habits of dropping the cliche like, no offense, but, don't panic, but, or don't be mad, but. We get in that habit of this cliche that exists in our culture, a string of words that is used often. Often wrongly, and unfortunately, it creates more disharmony and more misunderstandings than needs to be. So, I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to help you become more aware of this. Here's an example. My buddy a couple years ago called me. I was studying that stuff I told you about already. Told me, he's like, hey, I'm having a fight with my girlfriend, you know, a lot lately, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is how it usually starts. He's like, you know, I'll tell her, you know, don't be mad about this. This is what he's telling his girlfriend. Don't be mad, okay? I'm about to tell you something. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I'm about to tell you something. Obviously, she's preparing herself to get mad. Her emotions like, huh, what is he going to say to make me angry? You know? Says, don't be mad, Cassie, okay? Blah, blah, blah. I don't like this about you. I don't like this or this or this about you. It's like, whoa. All right, terrible start. Super, super not smart, but it's okay. He didn't have bad intentions. Just his understanding of how to come across leads to misperception. It was too in line with his intentions without thinking about how to deliver his message effectively. So, I think it makes sense to you why that wouldn't be helpful. The association behind don't be mad. The mind doesn't understand to not do something, Don't think about a pink elephant right now. Okay? Don't think about a pink elephant with a blue tutu, okay? Your mind isn't capable of not thinking about that unless you're like spiritual and know how to shut off your mind, which you probably would do automatically. You would have done that already, so it's not like if when you're in the mind understanding mode that it's able to do that. So the mind isn't capable of understanding that, and so now it's your job as the speaker or the writer to portray your message in a way that the mind can receive it most effectively. So instead of saying, don't be mad, Cassie, or don't be mad, girlfriend, blah, 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 I don't like, Instead, you could say, hey, get them in a positive mood already, in an open and receptive mood. That way you can have more understanding between each other and be really honest and effective, but not honest in a way that you're unclear and just being blind honesty without even really getting your message or knowing how it's perceived by the other end, okay? I think the most honest you could be is speaking from your heart, and at the same time making sure the message you're giving to the person is going to be received in a way that you are intending as well. So instead, you could be like, hey, Cassie, whatever, I really like hanging out with you about this and this and this. There's a method people use instead of being critical. You could notice a positive trait in a area that you would like the person to improve on. So let's say for my buddy, if his was like, don't be mad, Cassie, I don't like it when you dress like, when you dress kind of slobby, wearing sweats or something like that, So that's an example. So, super ineffective. She's getting mad, defensive, angry. That creates drama, unnecessary stuff. Instead, you can be like, hey, Cassie, I really like this about you and this, and I really like it when you dress up, all the time. So I remember yesterday you were wearing this cute outfit, and it looked like you really tried hard to make yourself look nice for me, and I love that about you. And be like, and just hug her or something like that. Like, way more effective, okay? 2 reasons in particular that come to my mind. One, that gives her, or any person, a positive goal to work towards, and you're speaking in affirmative terms. That's easy for the mind to understand. Like I said, it's not easy for the mind to not do things. It's a lot easier to have a goal to work towards. That's one reason why. Another reason why is you helped her identify with a person who is good at looking nice, So when we have a certain identity with things, we pick up the behaviors about it. So they've done a lot of experiments with that. It's really interesting stuff. Even if you treat someone like they are a certain way, a lot of times that behavior can come out. So, hope that makes sense to you. I hope that you can use these words more effectively in business, the coworker you work. Never say no offense, but unless you really want them to take offense to it, because the mind doesn't understand the no part before the offense, okay? Doesn't understand it, and it don't be mad, but it doesn't understand it in don't panic, my cheeseburger is really tasty. Like, what? Whoa, I was panicking for a second. Why are you telling me that? Okay, doesn't work that way. Understand what you're saying ahead of time, what the association that comes with it, along with tone of voice. I could be like, oh my gosh, my cheeseburger tastes amazing. Like, oh, whoa, you scared me. Jesus, relax. Okay, so intention important, but also know the message that comes along with it. Only intention, blindly ineffective. Okay? Intention, and at the same time, being aware of how your intention comes across is a great way to have good understanding between people, have a more enjoyable life, more understanding, more flow, good energy with people, awesome shit. Everyone understands, win-win. It's great stuff. Alright, hope that works for you guys. Have a great one. You!